Shalom, shalom. Call Halayim La, Alahayin Nawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who rule well. And double honor to my elder as well, Ahara One, Ben Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the 144,000 hopeful elect pushing this truth across the four winds, and to the one-third remnant believers on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua Shalom. This is going to be a quick spiritual hydration titled Faith, but it's going to be basically a rant about a dream I had last night. I had a dream that I was it was a dream that led up into a lot of dreams. But before I had a dream that night, I prayed to the Lord and asked him for the mindset of Judas Maccabees, for the heart of King David, and the faith of Jeremiah when he was in the pit. So after I had that prayer, after I said that prayer, I had a dream about a lot of things that led up to one dream. And in that dream, I was battling this demon. His name was Cujo. I just remember that name, but he had the powers of White Zetsu. For any of you brothers that watch Naruto, this is Zetsu. He had the power to warp between the floors, so he'll come through the ground. Like he'll be way in China, then he'll come to the ground in this country and that country, but he traveled through the ground. He could just warp from here to there instantly. So in a dream, I was surrounded by some brothers, and I had like a cloth, and I was fighting this demon, and I was just like, I was kind of boasting. I was boasting in the name Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Like I was like, it ain't nothing you could do to me. Like I was boasting like Judas Maccabees in the dream, and just like after a point I got tired of fighting. I had a cover, like a wool cover. I ain't gonna say it was a wool cover. I don't know what texture it was, but it was a cover and two sticks, like you finna set up a tent. And I just started calling on the name of the Lord in my dream, and the demons was trembling, and this demon was trembling and getting scared when I started calling on the name. But I was kind of boasting and had a smile on my face when I was calling on the name of the Lord. And the cover and the stick, it turned to a chariot. So I wish I can explain the noise that the chariot made, but it sounded like it was like warping between realities, and it's like my whole body was glowing like a bluish color when I was a whitish bluish color when I was calling on the name of the Lord. But I called on the name of the Lord 3 times, and then everybody that was around me sucked up into we pulled the chariot. The cover turned into the cover and the sticks turned into a chariot, like a bright light, and it sucked everybody in the chariot, and then it translated us all the way across to a whole nother country instantly. So once it did that, I was kind of back home, but at first we was in like a wilderness rainforest type of setting, and I was back home. But it was this Edomite, I don't know why we let the Edomite follow us around, but he was kind of a demon. I can tell that he was working with the demon, because he kept trying to do stuff, and the demon was hopping on people that was around me. It wasn't hopping on me, but it was hopping on people that was around me to try to get me to lose faith. So I'm watching the demon hop on the people, and I'm knowing every person that the demon hop on. So it'll hop on my sister, and then my sister try to take over, and I'm just like watching it, and everybody listening to my sister, but I just know the demon on her. So I step in and say, "No, you got a demon on you. You got to get from around us," or whatever the case may be. So after the chariot translated us from one country to another country instantly, it made a sound like warping between realities and bubbles popping or something like that. Like that's the closest I can get to the sound that the chariot made. But it was a fast chariot. So we had got to the house, and then the chariot had turned back to a cover. So all I had to do was call on the name of the Lord, and then it had turned back to a chariot again. But I remember this Edomite. He came in my house, but the Edomite resembled like my father figure, because I used to be in the church, and this church way back in the G. I used to go to church seeking the Lord. My mama never made me go. I just used to go on my own. So this Edomite, he was kind of like my father figure. He used to try to teach me the scriptures. He wouldn't teach me the scriptures, but he'll try to teach me that love doctrine. So, but back then he knew NATO and all that was the EU was the beast, but he would never tell me nothing like that. He would always teach that Greek mythology stuff like that. But that's besides the point. He came in my house and he looked at the tent and the chariot, and instantly I got a spirit on me that he wanted to try to steal it. So he was making up excuses like take out the trash. He was telling me take out the trash or whatever the case may be. Or whatever, in the midst of a whole, everything was, all hell was breaking loose. So he was trying to get me to go outside because, everybody else around me was some damn bots and they weren't going to pay attention. So I was going to leave out the house and take out the trash. And then this demon was going to come and warp through the floor and take the chariot or whatever the case may be. So I told his ass, I said, you know what? You take out the trash since you worried about it. Go ahead and get ready for what you got coming. You start taking orders from me. I was bold, like Judas Maccabees, and I had the heart of King David on me because I that's what I prayed for. So I was telling him, you go ahead and get ready for what you got coming. So you take out the trash, But more of the story, that's all I can remember. But more of the story, I was vigilant. A scripture came to my mind in a dream, and I think I said it. I said, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, walketh about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour." But that's what came to my mind in a dream, and I remember. And then that's when my daughter woke me up, for a bottle and stuff like that. But I'm gonna get into the scriptures. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the world were framed by the word of Yahweh, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. By faith Abel offered unto Yahweh a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, Yahweh testifying of his gift, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. So and I was just thinking, like, I gotta have faith when I was calling on the name of the Lord, and I had a smile on my face because I just knew the Lord was gonna come through for me. I knew it was going to come through for me, So it's like I had a smile on my face, like I forgot what prophet it was, but he was it was him versus the 450 prophets of Baal, and he did all that. He did everything that he did, like build an altar and all that, and then the Lord set the offering on fire, which turns the heart of the people back to the Father. And that's a story I listened to last night before I went to sleep, before I prayed and all that stuff. And so I had a smile on my face in my dream because I knew that the Lord was going to come through for me, but I didn't know he was going to turn a cover, a cloth, into a whole chariot. It was light. Like when it sucked us in, it was a white light, but it had a window so I could see out the chariot. Verse 5, by faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because Yahweh had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased Yahweh. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So, you gotta diligently seek the Lord for him to turn his face to you, for you to receive a reward. Because I can't even remember the dream, but the whole dream, because there was a whole bunch of stuff that led up to that moment, running through the wilderness, empty stores, going to stores where there's no food and stuff like that, sleeping on the side of the road because we decided not to bow the knee to Baal. But there was a lot of things that led up to that in a dream. So it was just a faith booster when I started calling on the name of the Lord, because I knew he was going to come through, right? Because like the demon, he could pop in from the floor. We was in a rainforest type setting. I remember I had the cloth set out with the two sticks, and then he turned it to a chariot, and it brought us all the way back to like America, But I was just sitting there watching my whole surroundings, because I knew the demon could hop on any one of my people because they didn't have faith like that. I was around like my mom and my sisters and 3 brothers, but the demons kept hopping on like my sisters and stuff like that because they didn't have faith. But that was I just knew the more faith I had, the more that the Lord would be dealing with me. This is Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourself, it is a gift of Yahweh, not of works lest any man should boast. So in my dream, when I was calling on the name of the Lord and I had spiritual power, like I had this bluish whitish aura around me, but I knew that it wasn't of me. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't of my own will that was it wasn't of my own will that I had spiritual power. I knew it was because I was calling on the name of the Lord, and it's like I felt this surge in my body around the second time when I called on His name, but around the third time is when we shot up in the sky that made like a warping noise, like you was warping through reality and like bubbles popping when we break the sound barrier. But we was at our destination instantly, you know. And I knew it wasn't of myself. It was because I was calling on the name of the Lord, and it's like I felt this pressure in my body. It felt like real. You see what I'm saying? But this is a last precept. This is what it meant to be long. I just wanted to do a lesson on this before I forgot. But it's James chapter 2. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he have faith and have not works? Can faith save him? If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warm and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what does it profit? Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. So man, faith without work is dead. When you diligently seek the Lord, you have to have faith. You see what I'm saying? We show our faith by going out there on the highways and byways preaching this word week in and week out. We show our faith by dropping these lessons. You know, we show our faith by praying to the Lord and setting our household in order, you know, because ultimately, when all hell breaks loose, we want to be protected by the Lord, you know, and constantly praying to Him to increase our faith or help us walk in the stead of our forefathers and have a stronger mind than our forefathers, because this is the worst time in history that we coming into. You see what I'm saying? But verse 18, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. So we show our faith by our works by constantly getting out there and doing what we got to do so our families can be saved, so we can receive our chariot ride, so we can receive our crown, you know. Verse 19, thou believest that there is one God, one power, thou do as well. The devils also believe and tremble. So when I was in my dream and I was calling upon the name of the Lord, that's when that demon got scared. Not when I was sitting there fighting them, you know, of my own will. Because I remember back in the G, when I have a dream, I used to always be scared. I'll always remember myself running until I told myself one day, whenever something scared me in my dream, I'm gonna run towards it. I'm gonna fight it. You see what I'm saying? Because you're gonna kill me anyways, or you're gonna do whatever anyways. So it's like every night I'm in my dream, I'm always fighting, or it's always a scene where I got to fight somebody or something like that. So after I got tired of fighting, I was smiling. I started calling on the name of the Lord, and the demon started to tremble. You see what I'm saying? And that was my last time seeing him in a dream. After the chariot scooped us up and took us to a new location. So verse 19 again, thou believest that there is one power, thou do as well. The devils also believe and tremble. So that was the lesson. I pray that you brothers out there was edified. On to the next one.